Okay, this is conversion practice worksheet. The expectation is you're going to use dimensional analysis, which you learned in chemistry. I don't cover it much in class, very briefly, because it's supposed to be a review. So if you're getting really stuck with it, then go ahead and watch me do the front side of the worksheet and then attempt the back side on your own. If you think you're getting it, get through the whole worksheet, do as best you can, and then check yourself as you go along. Just fast forward along, make sure you got the correct answer on each one. Okay, so first question. All right, we've got 1,500 milligrams equals how many grams? All right, milligrams, grams, what are we measuring? Well, we're measuring mass. That's the first thing to do. So when you're doing a dimensional analysis, you write down what you know, 1,500 milligrams, what you've got, what you're starting with. You put it over 1, okay? Then you're going to multiply it by a conversion factor. All right, a conversion factor tells you something about milligrams and hopefully what you're actually going for, which is grams. Your conversion factor in this case is that 1,000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram. You need to have the conversion factors memorized to be successful in the quiz. You will not be given those in the quiz, so you need to memorize that. 1,000 milligrams equals 1 gram. Now you're going to take that conversion factor, you're going to turn it into a fraction. So one of these is going to be the numerator and one of these is going to be the denominator. Which one it is depends upon what you've got. You've got milligrams. You want milligrams to cancel. So in order to cancel, you need one in the numerator, one in the denominator. So if we have milligrams in the numerator to start with, we want the 1,000 milligrams in the denominator to cancel. So we just turn this conversion factor into a fraction. All right, numerator, denominator, we put this in the denominator so that we cancel that from the numerator. Those cancel. Now grams is what we want, so we're done with that. We're done with putting in conversion factors. All we have to do now is multiply across. 1,500 multiplied by 1 is 1,500. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. So we end up with 1,500 divided by 1,000. You punch that into the calculator and it's going to say 1.5. So 1.5 grams is the same as 1,500 milligrams. Number 2. 93 kilometers is equal to how many meters? So kilometers and meters, we're talking about distance. Okay? So you start down with what you got, 93 kilometers, put it over 1. What I want to know is meters. So the conversion factor of 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer is the conversion factor you need to have memorized to be able to do this problem. You take that conversion factor and you turn it into a fraction. So we need the kilometers to cancel out because we want to end up with meters. So to cancel the kilometers, we start with the numerator. We need 1,000. We need the 1 kilometer. The 1 kilometer needs to be in the denominator. And then we're going to put the 1,000 meters up above. Which one's numerator and which one's denominator completely depends upon what you're trying to cancel out. So now I can cancel out the kilometers and I'm left with meters, which is what I want. So now I'm going to multiply across. 93 multiplied by 1,000 is 93,000. 1 times 1 is 1. 93,000 divided by 1 is still 93,000. So 93,000 meters is the same as 93 kilometers. Question number 3. 93.2 kilograms and grams. Kilograms and grams are measuring mass. All right, so I started with our 93.2 kilograms. What we're starting with, put it over 1. Look at your conversion factor. If you want to go from kilograms to grams, you need to know that 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. Okay, that's conversion factor you need to memorize. All right, I need to turn this into a fraction so that I can cancel out kilograms. So I'm going to put the 1 kilogram in the denominator, the 1,000 grams in the numerator. Okay, just turn this into a fraction. Kilograms, numerator and denominator, so they cancel. And now multiply across. 93.2 multiplied by 1,000 gives you 93,200. Sorry. And so 93,200 grams is the same as 93.2 kilograms. 1 hour, 30 minutes, and how many hours? Okay, so we're talking about a measurement of time. Remember, we don't do minutes in physics, so we need to convert that out. Well, 30 minutes, if you look at a clock, 30 minutes is half an hour. Okay, half, 0.50. So 1 and then a half an hour more, 1.50 hours. Next, 3,920 centimeters equals how many meters? So centimeters and meters, we're talking about distance. Take the number you're given, 3,920 centimeters over 1. Conversion factor centimeters to meters. Well, you need to know that there are 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. Okay, 100 centimeters and 1 meter stick. So turn that conversion factor into a fraction so I can cancel out the centimeters. So I need centimeters in the denominator, so it'll cancel. So 100 centimeters to 1 meter. Numerator and denominator, those centimeters cancel. Meters is what I'm left with. That's what I want. 3,920 multiplied by 1, 1 times 100. So basically 3,920 divided by 100 gives me 39.2 meters. Okay. Number 6, 0.0493 kilograms. How many grams is that? Kilograms and grams, we are talking about mass. Take what you're given, what you know, 0.0493 kilograms. Put it over 1. And now I'm going to multiply that by a conversion factor. So conversion factor of kilograms to grams, we know there are 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So I need to turn this conversion factor into a fraction so that I can cancel out the kilograms. Well, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. Kilograms are in the denominator, so it can cancel with what's in the numerator. Multiply across. 0.0493 multiplied by 1,000 is 49.3. So 49.3 grams. Number 7. We've got 2 minutes and 19 seconds, and we need it all in seconds. So we're talking about time. In 2 minutes, that's 60 seconds plus 60 seconds more, 60 seconds for each minute, and then 19 more. Add that up. You can do it 120, so or 2 times 6, which is 120. And you add 19 more, you end up with 139 seconds. Question number 8. Kilometers and meters. We're talking about distance with kilometers and meters. So write down what you got. 0.3023 kilometers. Put it over 1. What am I looking for is meters. Conversion factor of kilometers and meters. There are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. Now I can turn that conversion factor into a fraction. I need kilometers to cancel. I've got kilometers in the numerator, so I need kilometers in the denominator. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Kilometers cancel each other, so meters is what we're left with. Meters is what we want. 0.3023 kilometers multiplied by 1,000 is 302.3 meters. Okay, so if you were struggling, I've gone through all of those. Hopefully that helped. Now I want you to attempt to do the backside and then come back to the video. So pause, attempt the backside, and then check your answers. Okay, so here we're on the backside. Let's work through these problems. So 3 hours, 45 minutes, we're dealing with time. Okay. And that 3 hours, 45 minutes, it's a large amount of time. We need to convert it to hours. 45 minutes is the same thing if you look at a clock. Okay, minute hand goes all the way around. That's 3/4 of an hour. If you think about quarters, 3/4, 0.75, 75 cents. So 3.75, 3 hours, 1, 2, 3 times around, and then 3/4 the way around. So 3.75 hours. All right, we've got 29,302 grams equals how many kilograms? So we're dealing with mass, kilograms and grams. Take what you start with, 29,302, put it over 1. All right, now conversion factor, grams and kilograms. You should know, memorize, 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. Take that conversion factor, turn it into a fraction. All right, this is in grams, what we're starting with. So I need to cancel out the grams, so I need to put grams in the denominator. So 1,000 grams to 1 kilogram. Grams cancel, so now I can multiply across and then divide. So 29,302 divided by 1,000 is 29.302. Okay, next we've got 4 minutes, 15 seconds. We're dealing with time. We're doing a small fraction, small amount of time rather than a large. We're not dealing with hours, we're dealing with minutes, so we want to convert all to seconds. So 4 minutes times 60 seconds each plus 15 seconds more. So 4 times 6 is 24, so 240 plus 15 more gives us 255 seconds. Okay, 204 meters, converting it to kilometers. So meters and kilometers, are dealing with distance. So take what you're given, 204 meters, put it over 1. Conversion factor, meters to kilometers. You know that 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. That conversion factor, 204 meters. So I need meters of if I start with meters in the numerator, I need meters in the denominator. So 1,000 meters, converting this into a fraction over 1 kilometer. Cancel out the units. And so 204 divided by 1,000 gives you 0.204 kilometers. All right, 3 minutes, 55 seconds. We're dealing with time again. Time, we've got 3 multiplied by 60 seconds for each minute. That gives us 180 plus 55 more. You do that in a calculator and you're going to get 235 seconds. Okay, we have 9.350 meters equals how many centimeters? So meters and centimeters, we're dealing with distance. 9.350 meters over 1 multiplied by conversion factor. Meters to centimeters. Well, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. You need to memorize that conversion factor. I've got meters. I want centimeters. So I need to cancel out the meters. I need to put meters in the denominator. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So put the 100 centimeters in the numerator. So I'm going to take 9.350 and multiply it by 100. And I'm going to get 935.0. That 0 is a significant figure because this number, it's a 0 at the end of the number and to the right of the decimal. So it's significant, so it needs to remain. All right. Now, 15 and 16 go a little bit more challenging because it requires more than one conversion factor. So I chose to do 15 to give you conversion factors you're very familiar with so you can see how this process works when you have multiple conversion factors. Okay, so 3 days, I want to know how many seconds there are in 3 days, or how many seconds is equal to 3 days. So we're dealing with time, which you guys are most familiar with. Start out with what you know, what you've got. So 3 days, put it over 1. Multiply it by a conversion factor. Well, we want to get to seconds, but we don't know seconds to days. So a conversion factor that gets us closer to seconds, well, days to hours. So 1 day is equal to 24 hours. All right, well, a conversion factor that gets us closer from hours, days cancel. All right, so now we've got hours. We now get hours, we want to get closer to seconds. So we know that 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. Hours cancel. All right, so I'm at minutes, I want seconds. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Minutes cancel. So I'm converting from days to hours, hours to minutes, minutes to seconds. To do this, all I have to do is multiply across. So 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, the denominator is just 1. So 3 times 24 times 60 times 60, you put that all into the calculator. Okay? No, I need to do that. Your calculator says 259,200. Okay? Now, these are all exact conversion factors. So none of that's rounded. It's not like rounded from like 59 to 60. So your answer, go ahead and leave all the numbers in there. 259,200 seconds. It's a lot of seconds to make 3 days. All right? So on that same idea, now we're going with something more complicated. Centimeters to kilometers, we're dealing with distance. So we're starting off with 28,394 centimeters. Put it over 1. What conversion factor gets us from centimeters closer to kilometers? Well, you should know that 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So make that a conversion factor. We're going to cancel out centimeters. So we need centimeters in the denominator. So 100 centimeters in the denominator over 1 meter. Centimeters cancel. All right? Well, now I'm at meters, but I still want kilometers. So there's another conversion factor you should know. 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So make that conversion factor into a fraction. Meters cancel, so 1 meters on the bottom. So 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer. Meters cancel. So we started off with centimeters. We ended up with kilometers. That's what we want. So there we go. So we need to take this 28,394 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1, same thing. And 1 times 100 times 1,000. And then divide it. Or you can just take the calculator, divide this to 28,394, divide it by 100, and then divide it by 1,000. When you put in the calculator, the result you get is 0.28394. Okay? So there you go. That is your work for this worksheet, conversion factors. There will be plenty of these on the quiz. Make sure you know how to do them. Dimensional analysis is your friend.